Chapter 12 of Kagurabachi might have had one of my all-time favorite moments in this manga so far. I know a lot of people have been enjoying the fights. I know a lot of people have been enjoying just the overall concept of what this manga is. I know a lot of people also have actually been enjoying the story, which is something that, at least from what I've seen on Twitter, hasn't been that well received. But this moment right here, I stopped in my tracks and I was taken aback because I was like, God damn. Look at how sick this moment was, bro. Because it emphasizes a lot of what Chihiro is, right? It emphasizes that he's essentially the boogeyman, bro. Like, don't nobody want to see him like this. Not when he's a man on a mission. And I think that's what the title of this video is going to be. But anyways, man, what's going on? It's your boy DomoSenpai, and we are here with chapter 12 of Kagurabachi. If you guys are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit the link in the description, man. Red subscribe button, either one. This is a big week, by the way. Really big week. We got the Game Awards, and then the following week after the Game Awards, I think that's when Jump Festa starts. I will be restreaming the Game Awards, so if y'all want to come over, hang out as we watch trailers and shit like that, man, make sure y'all come over and do that. It's going to be a really swell time. It's going to be really fun, and hopefully, you know, we get to enjoy it together. And like I said, Jump Festa, you already know what time it is. We're gonna be over there rocking till the wheels fall off, baby. But anyways, man, let's get into this chapter, because one of the things that I do want to talk about, and it's very important to me, and I think it's very important for the story construct, is just who Chihiro is. One of the most important things that happened in this chapter was what Mr. Shiba said, right? It was one of them inner monologue moments where after he already saw that Chihiro really can't use his left arm right now, like, he understands just how frustrating it is, right? But he doesn't let the hatred get the better of him. Like, no matter what he deals with, he's always maintaining a cool head. Because initially you would think that he's always angry. Like, what's the secret? How do you stop from getting too angry? I'm always angry. Right? Like shit like that. But instead, he chooses the best option based on his principles, right? Based on the things that his dad taught him and how he wants to go with that moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to maintain a cool head. And that's why when you look at Chihiro and we always see him with this calm composure, not really making too many mistakes and not getting too angry, unlike last chapter where he heard the way that his dad was misrepresented. That's why he's always like that, because he doesn't want the anger to get the best of him. He wants to maintain this stoic, unwavering persona, I will say. It's something that he wants to keep going, because if he doesn't have this structure in his life, all of it'll fall apart, bro. That's so obvious if you look at it. And that is why I really think that this crew, the Kamunabi crew that was put together, the anti-Sojo crew, this is why I think they're so good, because all of their personalities, they offset Chihiro, and the way they treat him, it's almost as if he's like family to them. You know what I'm saying? If you just look at how they operate, I think this is a genuinely good thing for him. And I think Mr. Azami took that into consideration, understanding, you know, who Chihiro is and how he operates. You know what I mean? I think that was a really solid job in picking these types of characters, right? They're charming. They all have their own little quirks, and I love that so much. But back to Mr. Shiba, like, him looking at Chihiro, he's reminded of what they used to do when they were 18, right? Like, look at how idiotic these dudes were, bro. It's the complete opposite of what Chihiro is. And that's why the phrase "you're a prodigy" hits differently, because he understands that this is what they should have been. That's what it comes across as, is like, I wish I was like this. Maybe things would have turned out differently. That's the vibe and feeling that I get from this. But we see the phone ring and we flash forward to this weird ass building. And apparently this is where they're doing tests on Char, so I can see why they showed us this. And the ring of the phone was more than likely the anti-Sojo crew letting us know where Char was, right? Like that location. And just looking at it, dude, Chihiro killed all them? We'll get to that a little later. One of the other important factors of this chapter was Sojo is still pondering the idea of Chihiro being Kunishige's son, right? He goes through the whole like inner monologue process process trying to understand, like, I never heard of him having a kid. He knows all the powers of the enchanted blades, and that's not public information, right? It's not public either. And he has an enchanted blade that he doesn't know about, right? But the thing that throws him off is the fact that he says to defeat evil and protect the weak always. But that was something that Kunishige lived by, right? That was his mantra. And again, for those of y'all who are like, oh, bro, nah, Kunishige was actually evil. Shut the up, bro. Because Sojo is the epitome of what you thought Kunishige was, right? So after Sojo has the conversation with this crew that comes in and letting him know, like, look, bro, the whole plan with the shit, one of our soldiers blew up. They all end up dying in this room and he bathes in their blood. And then he says something that I thought was really intriguing, and it was so controlling the Datenseki still isn't going well, because he feels like everything is going perfectly. Like, in theory, we're doing it right. And something that Chihiro said pops up in his head with the whole, you're the one who doesn't understand anything, which is true, because he doesn't. The way of forging the katana was literally talked about in the first chapter, right? It was the unique method that Chihiro brought up. He goes into this serious mode where he is completely different from who he usually is, right? It's a unique method, and that is what they're missing. And I think that that was pretty sick, because we don't even know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know what this unique training method is, and maybe we'll get the backstory of Kunishige in general. I think that that is what is truly missing, and hopefully we get to see that, right? Because even Sojo says it, it's our lack of understanding of the enchanted blades. And as Sojo's getting ready, he goes outside and he sees the crew just standing here waiting on him. He says, Phantoms, the reason Japanese people were barely aware of sorcerers before the Imperial War is because of the unwritten rule that sorcerers don't interfere with the outside world. And that's something that I think Mr. Azami touched on early on. The country hasn't fallen apart is due to these guys, which is the gang, right? And we find out the commander's name. I told y'all, right? I told y'all that he was the commander, Ikuto Hagiwara. He is the Anti-Cloud Gouger Special Forces, aka the Anti-Sojo unit. You know what I mean? He notices, he was like, he's so relaxed. Apparently he was waiting for us. Dude's so hard to read. And you're probably asking yourself, when the f did he know that they were there? It was in this panel right here, because he's getting ready, he's walking towards the desk, and he just has this look, right? He just has this look as if he sensed something, because as you can see, he was so relaxed before this moment, and then he got ready. I thought that that was really dope. I like the subtleties of that. I think it's charming for this manga. I don't know if I'm gonna color this full panel or not with all of them there. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, because it sounds like a lot of work, but we'll see if I actually do it by the time you guys see this video. But the thing that did scare me is like the last line before they went out, right? He said, this will make it easier for Chihiro. What are we talking about here? Y'all not about to die, right? Nah, that can't be. Hopefully not. I really like this crew. I hope they don't just get introduced and like get smoked frame one. But this is where we get into like my favorite moment, and it's when these guys are having a conversation and they see a little fish go by, and then they look down and see that one of their homies is dead, and look at how ominous this is, bro. Can you imagine? Like, there's music playing in the scene when the anime comes out, because I mean, come on, dude, we all know this is gonna get an anime adaptation. It's just a matter of time. And as soon as the goldfish is going towards the head, the music just fades away and it gets quiet and it pans into this scenery right here. Dude, I would lose my fucking mind, bro. I lose my mind. This is one of the coolest moments I've seen so far. And then it flashes forward to this, right? After dude gets off the cell phone and he's like, what do you want from me? Bro, look at Chihiro, bro. He is a man on a mission. He is a man on a mission, bro. This was so cold. This was so cold. I love this moment so much, because like I said earlier in the video, bro, he is a Grim Reaper. He is the Grim Reaper.
It was just a dream.
And wildly enough, he's only using one hand, right? And he took down all these dudes. Chihiro is so cold, bro. Like I said, I really love this chapter. The setup, even the spread. The spread really looked different. A lot different from what I'm used to with Kagurabachi. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys thought about this chapter down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. If there's any thoughts and theories that you guys have on this chapter and just the series in general, man, make sure y'all leave it down below. It's always fun talking about these things with you you guys. It's quite the joy when we always go over this every Sunday or Monday, depending on when I get it out. I'm still not 100%, but we're on the cusp of actually making videos every single day. And when I tell you things are about to change, man, I'm really feeling it. I'm trying to go into 2024 with a lot of momentum. So let's actually get that accomplished and, you know, make some things happen. Like I said, bro, we got to hit 10K. We have to. It's imperative that we do. So let's get that either before the end of the year or early next year. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without you guys, I wouldn't be shit, man. And with that being said, man, it's your boy DomoSenpai, and I will catch you guys in the next video, which should be tomorrow.